Hi, today I'm going to talk about, is my situation bad enough to file bankruptcy? I'm James Michelle, debt relief attorney in San Francisco. If you are struggling financially and worried about paying your bills, you might be wondering, is my situation bad enough to file bankruptcy? As a bankruptcy lawyer, I'm asked that question often by folks just like you, good, responsible people who find themselves in debt due to unforeseen and traumatic circumstances. I wish I could give you an easy answer, but there is no one-size-fits-all answer to the question, is it time to file bankruptcy? Whether bankruptcy is the right remedy for you at this time depends on your specific circumstances. There are, though, common benchmarks you can rely on to help guide you in making this important decision. Let's review those benchmarks. Benchmark number 1, still time to consider other options. In the early stages of financial distress, you may be struggling to pay all of your bills each month and may even have fallen behind on a bill and been called by a collection agency. You may have little or no savings. You may have lost your job recently, and along with it, your health insurance. At this stage, bankruptcy is not your only option. It may not be the best option, but you have to take action to get control of your finances. At a minimum, you'll need to cut back on your non-essential expenses, make a budget, and stick to it. This is a good time to try negotiating with your creditors. Depending on the nature of the debt and the creditor, you may be able to negotiate a reduced payment, a reduced interest rate, or a manageable payment plan. Finally, it might be helpful to talk with a reputable debt counselor. Benchmark number 2, time to consider bankruptcy. Do any of the following apply to you? You are 2 or more months behind on 2 or more debts. You are paying for necessities with credit cards. You are using one credit card to make the minimum payment on another credit card. You have more credit card debt than you can pay off over 5 years. You have high medical bills that aren't covered by insurance. You owe taxes you cannot pay. If any one of these factors applies, then your situation has moved beyond benchmark number 1, and it's time to reassess. Bankruptcy may be the smart decision. At this point, you should give serious thought to consulting with a bankruptcy attorney to learn more about your rights and legal options. Benchmark number 3, time to file bankruptcy. It's time to file bankruptcy if your wages have been garnished, your bank account has been frozen, your home is in foreclosure, your car has been or is about to be repossessed, you've been sued on a debt. If any of these situations applies to you, reach out to a bankruptcy attorney without delay. As a debtor, you have rights, but you have to act quickly to protect those rights. For example, you have only a limited amount of time to respond to a lawsuit. If you don't respond, the lawsuit will result in a judgment, and a judgment gives a creditor powers and remedies it might not otherwise have. In closing, the best advice I can offer you is this. Don't wait until you hit these last benchmarks of financial distress to reach out for help. If you are struggling to pay your bills, piling up credit card debt, and dodging creditors, call us for a free and confidential consultation. With time and some advanced planning, we can help you protect your home and preserve more of your assets. And if bankruptcy is inevitable, put you in a better position to rebuild your credit after bankruptcy.